I think the biggest problem we can have in dog training is the recall. I think it really is so important. I mean, when you let your dog off a lead, whether there's another dog ahead of you or not, and you call your dog, it should come back. It's not going to happen at first, so you've got to get your timings right. You've got to make sure that you might go down a certain walkway and think to myself, well, I'm going to put my dog on now because there may be another walker in front and I'll get caught out. Don't get me wrong, we all do get caught out, without a doubt. And but the thing is, say for example your dog runs into that dog, you may be lucky. It might not bother your dog and you've got away with it. But there might be on another occasion, the dog does it again, runs ahead of you and thinks, I can do this now. If you get what I mean, it can sort of, I'm allowed to run off to another dog and say hello. And it might not be so lucky the next time round, could get bit or even worse. But the thing is, at the end of the day, that's not the dog's fault, that's yours. Because you haven't got your recall right. And I mean, when you call your dog in, you shouldn't have to walk to your dog. The dog should come to you. It's as simple as that. I mean, if you're having to walk to catch up with your dog, basically it's taking a blind bit of notice of you. It's not taking a blind bit of notice if you have to like run like this to catch up with them. But it really is important. Look at Bella running off. She's all right. I'm leaving her a little bit because of the scent and she's doing nothing wrong. There's nobody about. I don't really want to just call her in for the sake of it. As soon as she turns round, there you go. Come on, Belle. Good girl, look. There you go. Good girl. I know it's only early in the walk. Come on. In properly. Good girl, look. And again, a little bit nearer. Good girl. She's a bit early in the walk. But the thing is, look, they've come in. Now I can get them dogs under control. I haven't gone running after them. I know in your puppy training and that you get it wrong and you've no choice. You've got to quickly get after them. But the best thing to do is try not to. Okay, try and get that dog to come to you all the time. And just get your timings right on your walks. It's so important. It's like now where I'm walking now. If these were younger, I'd put them on the lead about here because there's a gate we're going through in a few seconds. Now somebody could be there, but I know now if I hear that gate clunk, I can call these back and get them under control. But it's not always the dog's fault. You've got to remember that. I mean, a lot of people make a mistake of, if they see another dog, the dog runs to it. They say, oh, it's okay, it'll not hurt your dog. But what happens if your dog doesn't want that dog around and it has a little go at that dog? You feel awful, feel guilty. And all they'll turn around and say to you is, oh, it serves it right. Why does it serve the dog right? It's you as the dog owner who's got your timings wrong. You should have had the dog on a lead, under control, and then that wouldn't have happened, sort of thing. Look at Bella, look, she's gone off. Oh. When she with all the pheasants and that what's around and rabbits, and it's early in our walk. It's just great to watch them. It really is. But as I say, you've got to consider other people with your recall as well. You really have. I think it's not taken seriously enough in a lot of cases. But to me, that's an old saying when you see, oh, it serves my dog right if it runs into yours and yours teaches mine a lesson. They always say, oh, good, it's what it needed. But it isn't. To me, you've got to bring your dog under control. It's simple as that. You've got to get it back on the lead till you've passed. And if your dog's pulling towards that other dog, just say to the other owner, just carry on walking. Just tell your dog no and carry on walking. Game over. It really is. But I think when you see people walking with a dog and it's on the lead and it's not pulling and things like that, it's good, but at the end of the day, it's not always going to walk perfectly. I mean, these two I can walk 10, 15, 20 minutes with them, giving them a treat down this side field, down this field, look. They usually use it for the shoot, but it doesn't look like it's being used this year because there's no feeders. No feeders out or anything like that. So I thought I'll give them a treat. But I know I'm waffling on here, trying my best. But yeah, they could be walking along nicely on the lead, and then you think for about 10-15 minutes, and all of a sudden one could pull. And all you've got to do is like correct it nicely in the right way, because it could be the scent, it's depending on what walk you're on, could be different sorts of scent, or something slightly spooks them, another dog they're not keen of passing, and they're sort of pulling either to get out of the way, or I don't know, don't like the vibes the other dog's giving, I don't know. It's a learning process for us all, it really is. So it seems to have gone down here. I think the wind's blowing it all down because they're not using it, look. I don't think there's anything in here now. Bella absolutely loves things like this, look, the little black one. It's a bit of a treat bringing them along here, because I don't know, I think I don't use them for shooting or anything like that. I just use them, we just have fun, just all round fun. And for me, oh God, I nearly went in there, look. I nearly went in there, Tia, look. I tripped over a bit of grass and nearly went forward. That would have been funny. It's what it is. There you go. Don't realise the amount of rain we've had. There you go. Shall I walk back through it? It might be a bit drier. Not drier, a bit better. But as I say, letting your dog run towards somebody else, his dog, and say it'll be alright, it's not alright. You've got to put that dog on that lead, so then the dog knows it's got to come to you first and ask your permission, not just run off. Go to the dog, because that's all you're doing. If you let your dog go to another dog and put it on the lead when you get to the other dog, all you've done is taught your dog that when it sees another one on a walk, it's allowed to go and run off to that other dog. When for me it isn't. It's as simple as that. I mean, there is circumstances when you can meet somebody you know with another dog or dogs, and they don't bother each other. yours could sit there. You're not going to believe this. See there on the ground here, that was played. We left this here about, Tia's got it, look. You got it, Tia, good girl. That ball there were about 2 months ago. Look, good girl, Tia. And isn't it amazing? 2 months ago this was placed here. And we've been out, I threw it in from over there. And there you go. So what? That was worth a walk. A walk is perfectly okay. And what other? About £1 nowadays. So we've saved quite £1 on our walk. There you go. I was going to say to him, believe it or not, start searching for the ball, and walked upon it. Gave it no thought, to be honest. There you go. I'm getting wet through, but it's all good fun. So, anyway, just give other people a thought when you're out with your dogs, because at the end of the day, you've got to think, if you let your dog just run off to somebody else and something happens, it's not the dog's fault, it's yours. It's as simple as that. Anyway, I'll stop ranting on, and we'll carry on our walk. There you go. I think they've enjoyed that. Lovely.